Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup with two of the best receivers in the NFL. Both are very explosive with big hearts. Both can make big plays. It's T.Y. Hilton going up against Antonio Brown.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! 3-19!
Here's Barkley. And his first pass is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. There's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Barkley. And he's got Rodgers. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Here's a give to Bell running left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They'll go again with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! Green!
He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They go play action. action here on first down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Oh, the spin. Always got some breathing room. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out to kick is Janikowski. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go. Four down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A screen to Bell. He's still on his feet. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
2nd down now after the incompletion. To throw again. Smith. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. First and 15 here behind the chains. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. In not great starting field position here for the offense. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and just 1.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
A give to Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Keep it on the ground with Bell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is knocked down from the side at the 19. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A beautiful fake. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. The Patriots, they've opened a 2-touchdown advantage in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now, after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Smith. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Room here to run. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. T.J. Watt from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Second down. Here's Smith. And unsuccessful there trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, here's Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now Barkley. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough third and 18. Here's Barkley. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And that one, all Packers right now. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game. Plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Bell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a first down carry by Bell. No gain on the play there, second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control him. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Over. Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 2nd half at FedEx Field now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And McDonald here over the middle. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Well on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, it's Smith. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing again. Smith. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. They get 3 there on the pickup, and it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down.
And on 4th and 1 as a running back, you're looking for any seam you can find. This is not where you want to be a hero and break off a big one. You just need to make sure you get that yard. And here he picks up the first down with a couple of yards to spare.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the change there on a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Going up top. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. On the counter, here's Bell. And some space here. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Smith now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man Hilton. A gain of 8 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Smith. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. One last throw here for Smith. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that.